Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said that a number of countries were ready to join Europe's new coalition of the willing to help Ukraine. Starmer made the comments at the conclusion of today's security summit in London aimed at ending the war in Ukraine. More than a dozen high-ranking delegates attended the talks, including Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Efforts to resolve the war with Russia and bolster European defenses have taken on added urgency as the U.S. signals it's less willing to support Ukraine. Starmer stressed that Europe has to step up and do the heavy lifting to defend itself.
We will go further to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. Not every nation will feel able to contribute, but that can't mean that we sit back. Instead, those willing will intensify planning now with real urgency. The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing. We're working with the US on this point after my meeting with President Trump last week. And let me be clear, we agree with the President on the urgent need for a durable peace. Now we need to deliver together.
Here's a quick recap of the summit's results as Keir Starmer presented them. Starmer said the states will keep military aid to Ukraine flowing and keep increasing economic pressure on Russia. Leaders also agreed that any lasting peace must ensure Ukraine's sovereignty and security, and Ukraine must be at the table. Third, in the event of a peace deal, the states will keep boosting Ukraine's defensive capabilities to deter any future invasion. Fourth, they will develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. DW's Terry Schultz gave me her take on Prime Minister Starmer's remarks.
Well, Keir Starmer clearly wanted to emphasize that everyone is taking this more seriously than ever before. He said today is a crossroads. And you saw that picture of all the leaders of the biggest European Union and NATO countries sitting around a table with Volodymyr Zelenskyy and Emmanuel Macron there at the head of the table. Very important optics to show that this deal has everyone there on board and that they're going to take it forward. Now, you also had, a collection of things we've heard before. Not a lot of new items in this plan. We already know that the Europeans have been working on a ceasefire, a monitoring force for any potential ceasefire with the UK and France in the lead. He repeated that. But he also repeated that that's going to be dependent, on U.S. guarantees. So there are a lot of questions that remain after this press conference by Keir Starmer, but clearly they want it to be seen as a very important, firm step forward. You can't get every country to support Ukraine. You've got Hungary and Slovakia constantly blocking financial assistance, saying they won't send any weapons to Ukraine. You have to simply gather those who will and do what they can. So that's what they're doing right now. Of course, the UK being a very important ally of Ukraine and a very important military power, but outside the European Union. So you need to have configurations like Keir Starmer has put together today so that you're not excluding the UK, and you've got Turkey at the table as well, NATO's second largest military. So this is a strong coalition, and they know that this is really Ukraine's best chance and their own best chance. Their security is indivisible from Ukraine's security. They've got to try to move forward like they're doing today.